Right, so this next section is for electrical tools. Now, a lot of guys assume that because they're in a bug-out situation that there's going to be no power, there's going to be no electricity. And for me, that might not necessarily be the case. There might be power and something needs to be repaired electrically. So I'm going to have a small amount of tools for doing electrical repair. So the first item that I'm going to talk about is a digital multimeter. This one's fairly lightweight. This is a cheap one that I have in my garage. But if there's any kind of home electrical repair in your automobile for different wall sockets, if there's an earthquake and some kind of line's hot and you don't want to get anyone shocked, having a multimeter would be extremely handy in an urban environment. If you're in the woods, again, you could dump this. So I'd like to have one of these. This one's fairly lightweight too. It's not a very good quality one, so I'll probably be upgrading it for something a little bit better. We'll see. So this might just be a placeholder at this point. The next item I'm just going to talk about is a voltage tester. This is by Klein Tools, and basically this this is used for checking whether a line is hot. Basically, so for example, this is for my light, so I should be able to go in to see which line is hot. So this one's not. This is the active one. Might come in very handy in an urban environment. Next is for wire stripping. Now I don't have the tool that I want, so this is another placeholder. This is my Leatherman Micra, but I have ordered the Leatherman Squirt ES4, which should be in the mail either today or tomorrow, but I wanted to make this video. So instead of having the scissors like the Micra does, it has a set of wire strippers on there and wire cutters that I would be using. So I'm going to we're pretending that this is wire strippers. It's going to be this size, this weight. Next I have a few bags of different electrical, ways of doing electrical repair. I forget what these things are actually called. I'll put it up on the annotation. I've used them a lot for different repairs on the car, wiring in my car. And then also I have included just some electrical tape, and this is kind of a mini version of the duct tape roll, and it's just some electrical ones. So that's what I currently have right now for my small electrical tool bag. So if you have any ideas of things that are missing, things that should be improved upon, let me know. So now let's just let's move on to the miscellaneous items. I'll keep the film running, I'll just go to it. So going on with the rest of the tools, here's some other items that I'm looking at adding. I wear eyeglasses, so I want to have some way of repairing them. I just picked this up today. Just some eyeglasses repair kit, a pretty basic thing. These are some earplugs. It might be in a loud situation. I want to protect my ears. I'm not going to be including this, but in here I have this is in my old B.O.B actually. I have different nails and screws and different kind of clips and stuff that, if I have a hammer I should probably have some nails with it. So I'm looking at getting a smaller container for that. But I'd like to have, just a basic set of different nails, screws, items that would come in handy with the tool bag. Also, I'm going to want to have some gloves. So these are ones I just picked up. They're on sale. They're fairly collapsible. I may switch these and use them into my EDC backpack and use the ones that I currently have in my EDC backpack into my B.O.B. We'll see. So gloves. I've been thinking about having some kind of eye protection and maybe including it into the tool compartment. These are just for skiing. I have a bunch of different goggles. I may have to get something prescription since I do wear glasses, but I'm thinking I'd like to have that. Another item that I'm planning on getting, I don't currently have, are some knee pads. I've been doing a lot of different research on knee pads, but if you're on the ground a lot or kneeling down, I don't want to wear out my knees or my pants, so having some knee pads would be very beneficial. This last item, I'd like to talk about a couple items that I'm not going to have in there, or I probably won't have in there. One item that I've thought about having is a lockpick set. If I'm trapped in some other kind of building that's not mine and I need to get out of a room, for example, it'd be real nice to have some lockpick set to get out of a door, and I've thought about that. I don't know how to currently pick a lock, and there's a lot of different videos online where I could learn to do it, but I've kind of ruled that out. I don't know if I want to deal with the legal ramifications for having one of those. You have to have a special license for that, and I know this is for a bug out bag, which will probably never be used. But even then, I don't think I want to own one in my possession. But I've at least thought about it. So, maybe there's a tool that I could turn into a pick if I wanted to. That wouldn't really be looked at as a lock picking set. But I think that's one that I'm going to rule out for my situation. Some of you might not want to. Here's another item. I've talked about this one with Mr. Monkey Man 50, and I've basically ruled this out, but I thought it'd be kind of fun to bring up in this video. So this item here this is called a Spax SP16. I got it from a friend of mine who's a military guy who was in Iraq, and he got me a new one because he knew I'm kind of into this kind of thing. And what this is, it's an axe, but it's not really a camping axe. It's not for chopping wood. It's a survival axe. And it's used by the fire department and rescue teams as a rescue device. This thing goes through, car doors, and the pry bar can be used for prying into a variety of things or chopping cinder blocks. And this opening here is for opening up a fire hydrant or different gas valves. So it's pretty useful for those. I think they have one on the president's car, either his car or the plane. This is was used in 9/11, Hurricane Katrina. But the problem that I have, one, it's pretty heavy. It's over 2 pounds. Let me put it on here really quick. It's kind of sliding off. Last time I weighed it was about 2 pounds. Well, 1 pound 9 ounces with the sheath, and a little bit heavier. The other thing is that, again, legally, I don't know how legal this is to be kind of walking around in a backpack with this thing strapped on there. It's kind of a pretty nasty device. I guess if you're making a bob for some zombie situation or something, I guess this might be cool. But for me, I've basically ruled it out just due to the weight, and legally, I'm not sure how legal it is to have to be carrying one of these out in the city. But I thought it'd be a cool thing to kind of bring up and show. Maybe perhaps I'll sell it online and maybe use it to raise money to buy something else for my bug out bag. But I thought I'd at least just talk about it. So, but it's basically been all but ruled out for my particular bug out bag. Also, this thing is used for opening up manhole covers. I could use it for that. It was pretty amazing. I'll put up a link to show different uses of it. Anyway, that's what I currently have for my tools compartment of my bug out bag. I'd like to get the conversations rolling on what kind of items would be good to have in the tool bag, which ones are stupid to have in there, and if you're in a rural environment, you're not going to probably be using most of the items here. So hopefully we'll keep the comments constructive, and this is all going to be I'm going to make it anyway, so hopefully we'll make it, you can help me make it good instead of talking me out of it. So yeah, that's my tools compartment. I'd like to hear a lot of different ideas. This one's kind of the cool one for my particular bug out bag, since it's geared mainly for rescue, for emergency in an urban environment. So hope you enjoyed it. Talk to you guys later.